The Firmament, Finding the Truth. Please pause and read. We are told that there are thousands of satellites flying around orbiting the Earth, and it's true that there are satellites being sent up, and it's been done for decades, but what most people don't realize is that they're carried by balloons. We can see one in this video right here going right in front of the moon. And this one's being launched off, tied to a balloon. And here's some more pictures of others tied to balloons. And what's interesting is that these are found crashing down all over the world, still attached to the balloons.
For a Michigan couple when a satellite crash landed in their backyard, and their reaction? Priceless.
Never know what's gonna happen. This baby fell out of the sky and landed in our yard.
Forget it, Bart. It's so bright out you can't see anything in the sky except the Fox satellite.
Here's one that almost killed some people.
Some of NASA's latest space dreams came crashing down in Central Australia today. A giant helium balloon packed with expensive scientific instruments lost its moorings in high winds. As Anna Henderson reports, it cut a swathe through an airfield and sent onlookers running for their lives.
As the giant helium balloon was launched into the air, its precious cargo became a high-speed projectile. Unexpected strong winds pushed the 2-ton platform of scientific instruments off course and onto a path of destruction. Justin Trotter's car was tipped over. He can be seen here running for his life.
They started losing control of the payload. We started to move the cars and just barely made it out without getting smashed.
The couple sitting inside their vehicle right next to his car can barely believe they survived.
If you look up how many satellites are orbiting the Earth, it's going to tell you that there are thousands of active satellites in orbit. And here are the images of active satellites they will show you that are orbiting the Earth. But what's interesting is when we watch NASA spacewalks, we never see one single satellite orbiting the Earth. Why is it that we never see any satellites in the footage? Where are all the thousands of satellites they tell us about? We can't see a single one at all. Unedited footage from high-altitude balloons shows us the exact same thing. Even with panoramic views, these cameras never catch a single satellite orbiting around the Earth. And you never see these satellites during official space agency broadcasts because these feeds rely heavily upon CGI. By contrast, high-altitude balloon videos show you a real, unfiltered sky, one that is completely empty. So how do we get internet? Let's take a look and see.
Around 99% of international internet traffic is transmitted via underwater cables, also known as submarine cables. These cables, which stretch across oceans and seas, form the backbone of global communication by carrying data for the internet, telephone, and other communications. Satellite technology accounts for less than 1% of global internet traffic, mainly due to its slower speeds, higher latency, and limited bandwidth compared to fiber optic submarine cables. Only 1%? But where are those satellites? And I didn't really want to believe this, so I said, okay, I'm gonna double check this on Google, and guess what? It told me the exact same thing, and it even tells me why not satellites? capacity and speed. While satellites can beam data, undersea cables have a much higher capacity and are significantly faster. And cost effectiveness, for high-speed internet transmission, the cables remain the most cost-effective and functional solution. So let's see a short clip about underwater cables and we will connect the puzzle even further.
95% of all telephone and data is transferred over submarine cables. Not satellite. Not satellite.
Phone calls, banking, web surfing, email, streaming video, and other communication. And it all began 150 years ago.
We have here samples of the early cables from the 1850s.
Some of the items have not been on display in more than a century.
With this cable now, it was what, minutes?
Yeah, that's right.
It sounds like this was the original information age.
That's right.
If you've ever phoned or emailed someone on another continent, you can dial up some gratitude for something that happened a century and a half ago.
It's been 150 years since the first transatlantic cable began ushering in global communications. And now tech giants are taking that undersea revolution a big step further.
This is how worldwide communication begins.
Not satellite. Not satellite.
But what about all the rockets they show us that launch and go up? We will take a closer look at that in part 7 of the Firmament Finding the Truth.